While somewhat controversial, I am a fan of the electric car. I understand the qualms and the downsides of them, but I also understand the benefits of them. Quite frankly, in our personal situation, an EV only works if we have a gas car as well. With all that being said, and while I try to remain unbiased in my review videos, allow me to speak my opinion. I love the Nissan Ariya. I know the crossover market is crowded, if not oversaturated, in both EV and internal combustion vehicles. So I understand that it's hard to stay relevant, and I think with the styling and offerings, the Ariya is doing just that. The Ariya does reflect Nissan's first all-electric crossover vehicle. Outside is a sleek and aerodynamic with clever new LED lighting and all new intelligent mobility features, ProPilot driver assist features, and overall safety feature upgrades. The Ariyas are available with both single motor and front wheel drive and dual motor e4ORCE all-wheel drive variants with 63 or 87 kilowatt hour battery packs. Hey everyone, in today's in-depth review series we're taking a look at this brand new 2023 Nissan Ariya. Now this Nissan Ariya is in the line topping Platinum Plus trim. It is also the e4ORCE all-wheel drive powertrain. Today's Ariya is painted in the very striking and beautiful Everest White Pearl Tricoat Metallic. It is a two-tone treatment and it does have the black diamond tricoat metallic roof treatment. And its full pricing is shown on screen, and a full options list is in the description box below. This will be a full in-depth review. We're going to go over everything from the exterior to the interior, powertrain, economy, and everything else in between. As stated previously, this Ariya uses the e4ORCE all-wheel drive system, which utilizes a dual electric motors for seamless driver-free activation. Power comes from a 290 kilowatt dual externally excited AC synchronous electric motor, and comes equipped with standard 7.2 kilowatt onboard chargers, 130 kilowatt DC fast charge capabilities, as well as a CCS standard quick charge port. The Ariya creates 389 horsepower and 442 pound-feet of torque, and accelerates from 0 to 60 miles per hour in a scant 5 seconds. 0 to 100 miles per hour comes in equally impressive 11.4 seconds, with a 13.4 second quarter mile run at 108 miles per hour. Nissan has limited the top speed of the Ariya to 128 miles per hour. The battery packs on the Ariya are supplied by LG Chem and consist of underfloor mounted liquid-cooled lithium-ion cell packs with a total capacity of 91 kilowatt hours and a usable capacity of 87 kilowatt hours. The batteries consume at a rate of 37 kilowatt hours per 100 miles driven, with an estimated total driving range of 267 miles. The on-screen graphic shows charging times. EPA fuel economy equivalent figures are 93 miles per gallon equivalent in the city, 87 miles per gallon equivalent on the highway, and a combined average of 90 miles per gallon equivalent. The sole available transmission is not a transmission, but rather a single-speed direct-drive motion control unit actuated by a more familiar shift lever with the traditional Prindle markings and the driver-selectable drive modes. The transmission also features electric regenerative braking that more aggressively helps replace spent energy back to the batteries while simultaneously creating an engine braking feature to help slow the vehicle, especially helpful on long downhill grades, thus saving service brakes. Quick look around the rear before we do in detail. Very elegant look back here. It's very steeply raked. Owes well to its good economy. Alrighty, walking around the rear of the Ariya, as you can see, very sleek, very steeply raked rear hatch. This design allows for a large amount of drag coefficient. One thing I like about this vehicle is the two-tone gloss black and Everest white treatment here. So you have the gloss black on the upper, you have this dark chrome band for the windows, and then of course the metallic white. Now back here you do also have this open spoiler back here in the rear window. Allows for greater airflow all the way down that rear window. Does also help to facilitate the removal of water, but you do have a rear wiper as well. And of course, our rear tail lamps are LED. You have an LED running light here, this LED red light pipe that goes across the entire width of the vehicle. You also have the Nissan logo inside the smoke portion. And of course, we also have the amber turn indicators on both the fixed portion of the body and the movable portion of the body as well. This portion here is your reverse light. Taking a look at the lift gate, of course, we do have the Ariya badge here. And over on the other side, we have the Platinum Plus trim level with the e4ORCE designation. Alright, now we're walking along the profile of the Ariya, and as you can see here, it is a very sleek vehicle. Very short front and rear overhangs. Exterior dimensions do not lend to the interior dimensions, however. The interior feels very, very large, and that's due in part of the electric drivetrain. Steering on the vehicle is electrically assisted vehicle speed sensitive variable rate rack and pinion with a 35.4 foot turning radius. Wheels on this car are 19 by 7.5 inch aluminum wheels with the graphite aero wheel covers installed. Tires on our car are the 235/55 R19 Dunlop Grand Trek PT21 All Seasons, and the brakes on this Ariya are electrically assisted 4-wheel disc with regenerative braking, E-step 1-pedal driving, 4-channel ABS, and electronic brake force distribution. Up front, the brakes on this vehicle are 14.3 inch ventilated rotors, with the rears being 13 inch ventilated. The brakes can halt the Ariya from 70 miles per hour to 0 in 176 feet. And a quick look up front before we go into detail. As you can see, it's a very Nissan-esque looking front end, however very futuristic, a little bit differently styled than the rest of the vehicles. Alright, taking a look at the front end of the Ariya. Due to the nature of the vehicle, it is a very short and stubby front end. However, I think Nissan designers and engineers made the proportions just right. It looks good for this vehicle. It does allow for a much more greater interior room, of course. You have the door mounted side view mirrors, gloss black skull caps, LED turn repeaters here. You've also got cameras here for your 360-degree surround view. Your charge port door here. It does feature an opening hood, but there is no front trunk area. Now coming down, the entire front end is all this really nice gloss black look. However, upon closer inspection, it's actually a more of a transparent smoke. Of course, we do have amber LED indicators up here for your position or your markers. Full LED headlamps. You do have this light pipe that goes down the entire front end here. It is white for the driving light, and of course amber for your turn indicator. You do have this open duct here for, I imagine it's probably brake cooling and air flow distribution. Down below, we do have LED fog lamps. You've also got front parking sensors, a front camera, and front ultrasonic sensors for the adaptive cruise control. No grille, but it does have this nice plastic, and it's hard to see, but there's a little detail inside this. Of course, the Nissan logo up front is also illuminated. Alright, before we get inside, let's take a quick look at the key fob. Just a standard Nissan key. It is a smart key, as you can see here. It doesn't have any like special materials or anything like that. Nothing feels either good nor bad about it. It's just plastic with the satin silver trim, the Nissan logo here, and some buttons. You have your lock, unlock, liftgate release, and of course your panic release. But being a 60,000 plus vehicle, your key fob I feel like should just have a little bit more substance to it. But I digress. Anyway, this does utilize Nissan's intelligent access smart key access system, and by keeping the key fob in your purse or pocket, you're able to lock and unlock the vehicle doors. To lock the vehicle, just simply locate the rib portion of the door here. Now that will lock the vehicles. To unlock, simply grab the handle as you'd open it. Alright, and upon opening the vehicle doors, we are greeted to a very nicely appointed interior. Nissan calls this the light gray blue Napa leather, and it is absolutely stunning in this vehicle. Taking a quick look at the door panels here, as you can see, very nicely designed, even though my shadow is right in the line of it. But here we have a nice soft touch black vinyl. It's padded, goes across the entire top portion of the door panel. You have your Bose A-pillar tweeter. Here is this little crack here is actually a piece of illumination here for the ambient interior lighting. And bisecting all that is this really nice large piece of padded Alcantara. It's that same blue color with the accent stitching here. Looks very, very nice. The rest of the door is pretty much a hard plastic, save for this gray-blue vinyl trim here. It's a padded armrest. And here we do have a satin silver door pull, 2-driver memory for the driver, and the passenger also has their own driver or own memory settings. This little design here in the door, it's cut out, and you can kind of see the white behind it. It is actually illuminated as part of the interior illumination package. And here we do have our electronic controls. So we have lock and unlock, power mirror controls, as our power mirror fold away here, power window controls here, and window lockout. And down here we do have molded mat pocket and bottle storage. An additional door speaker here. All right, and moving up here, more of the Alcantara is on this dash here. This bronze strip runs the entire width of the dash, and it does conceal pretty cleverly the air vents. And down here we have a multitude of controls. We have our headlamp angle adjust, our parking adjust, or our steering feel here, steering assist. This is our heads-up display here, auto brake hold assist. This is our charge timer power, and our lift gate release. And taking a look at the floor here, it's actually a really nice flat floor. It does have premium floor mats, but they're just not installed here. You have our hood release right here, 2 pedals here, just a really nice flat floor. And that interesting little tower down there is also illuminated as part of the interior illumination. We have also got our parking brake, our electronic parking brake down here. And in the driver's side entry area, we have 2 sills. We have this upper portion here that they're both stainless steel. This one says e4ORCE, and this one is illuminated, and it says Ariya. And we've also got 8-way power driver and passenger seats, as stated before, but the driver does have the additional 4-way adjustable lumbar support. In addition, the steering wheel is tilt and telescoping, and is also programmable through the memory system. Alright, let's take a look at the seats. The seats are very comfortable, they're very supportive. They are Nissan's zero gravity design seats, and as such they are supremely comfortable. They are also upholstered in this absolutely gorgeous blue Napa leather. Very nice quality, very tight stitching, perforations, very interesting stitching pattern here. I really like it. It is a contrast stitch. So on this side you do have almost a vertical stitch patterns, and then over here it comes in an angle. Just a very unique way of doing a seat pattern as opposed to just diamond quilting or whatever. But as you can see, very nicely bolstered, very comfortable. Alrighty, pan through the interior, we're going to show more details. As you can see here, a nice electrically assisted variable rate power assisted steering, as we stated before, on a leather wrapped 2-spoke steering wheel. It's a very unique design, but it does look good in this vehicle. It doesn't look out of place or anything like that. Of course, this vehicle is equipped with steering assist and parking assist, so the steering wheel can actually turn on its own. And of course, you have lane keep assist and all that kind of stuff. Nice perforated leather portions on the sides of the steering wheel. It does have a bronze accent stitching on the inside. It is a flat bottom steering wheel with a satin silver trim here. Satin silver frames the entire center portion of the steering wheel. Small airbag cover with the new Nissan logo here. And of course, a multitude of controls. Over here on the left-hand side, we have audio controls, seek and scan, radio menu controls. The silver portions here are for our center display screens, which we'll show you here in a minute. And of course, here on the left-hand side, we have a multifunction control lever here that controls our automatic headlamp controls. They also have manual adjust as well, automatic high beam assist, fog lamp controls here. And of course, we also have our high beams and our flash to pass, and of course our indicators. Here in the center, as you can see, you might be able to see the red lights that were illuminated. This here actually is part of the smart driving. So this vehicle, as I stated before, will actually drive itself in a limited amount using Nissan's system, Intelligent Mobility. And this actually just makes sure that your eyes are actually focused on the road ahead. Over here, we do have our controls for the cruise control. Also have our voice controls, phone controls, distance controlling, lane change assist, seek or cancel, and then of course resume and accelerate, decelerate, and of course our safety, mobility, intelligent mobility stuff. Over here on the right hand side, multifunction control is just our front and rear wiper washer control. Alright, let's move over to the top of the dash. Take a look at what we got. We do have more of the Alcantara here. We do have a cutout for our heads-up display. And of course we do have these high-resolution display screens. Right in front of the drivers is the instrument cluster, and it can be changed out. So right now we have an analog mode, but it does have our power feature here. So percent power, and of course our regen. And then of course our center screen here is all trip computer. And over here is our speedometer. And we also have readouts for kilometers down here. This is our odometer, digital readout for the speedometer. This is our electric powertrain. So we have percent charge and miles remaining and outside temperature. Right here is our drive mode and our vehicle's ready and E-step off. E-step is actually just one pedal driving. Alright, taking a look over here is the other touchscreen area here. This is actually the touchscreen. You can actually turn your day-night mode on and off. You can access your front camera by pressing that button there. And of course our front camera also has active guidance lines. In our home menu, we do have a nice little readout here for the XM or AM, FM, Sirius XM readouts. We also have our device connections. You also have Apple CarPlay, Google Android Auto. And then over here we have our map, but you can actually bring anything into full screen. There's our music there. AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, USB, anything you want really. Phone controls here, either through Bluetooth or, of course, Apple CarPlay, Google Android Auto. And finally, last but not least, is our climate control. So we do have automatic climate controls in here, dual zone. And as you can see, it's a really nice layout here, but you can actually set your fan speed, panel distribution, automatic or manual heated steering wheel control here. Temperature controls can be touched through here. You can also slide the slider bars up and down. You can set for driver only, and that will reduce the amount of electric consumption that you have. And that locks out the passenger side, so if you're a single driver and you don't have any passengers, you can save on your battery there. And here we have our panel distribution here. You can go through all these here, or you can do the infogram here. Auto. And then the rear just brings up the rear seat heaters. Alright, moving down. More of that bronze strip goes across the entire width, as I stated before. You also have the Alcantara that goes across the entire width as well. Push to start for our vehicle systems. You have these really nice touch-sensitive buttons here. They're actually not physical buttons. They're just into the wood inlay. But you can just tap these, and it's an additional way to adjust your temperature for the driver and the passenger. You can also set your front and rear defrosters. Fan speed here. Automatic climate control mode, and our smart recirculation. Here in the center we have our four-way flashers here. This is our seek and scan button here. It's a toggle switch, and front and center we do have our rotary knob for volume, and you can also turn on and off the power for the radio. Alright, over here the button opens up a very nice large glove box. We also have an additional glove box right here. And that is controlled by this little control here by pressing the open button here. This little panel folds out, and it could be a nice flat writing table. Or you can open up the compartment here. It is all flocked inside. It's also illuminated, so you can see inside it. And to get rid of it, you could just press the close button. Alright, and that brings us to the center console. The center console on the Ariya is actually a very nice little get-up here. It is actually electrically sliding. You can slide it fore and aft. whatever suits your need. And while we have it back, I'm going to show you some more connectivity features here. USB Type A, USB Type C, 12 volt power point, little phone storage area. You'll also have this little clip here. Alright, and while we have this center console in our focus here, drive mode selector here, this is just our gear shift basically. Behind this roll top is cup holders. We've also got a very variable amount of buttons here. Auto parking assist, our E-step one pedal driving, drive mode selector, and the open and close for the that little glove box there. This little thing right here will illuminate whenever you open up your center armrest and you have a phone on charge. It is just a wireless charger, and whenever it's charging, you'll see that lights up orange. In addition, you don't have a lot of storage in here, however. Overall, I feel like Nissan engineers and designers spent a lot of time in the interior, making it a very nice place to be. As a result, it's a very comfortable, very quiet cabin, very ergonomic, very driver friendly. I really actually love the interior of the Ariya. So overhead, we do have an automatic dimming rearview mirror, but this mirror is kind of a trick feature. Nissan's been using this for many years now, so it's no stranger to Nissan drivers. It is a camera mirror, and by flipping what looks like to be a dimmer switch, actually reverses to a screen, and we have a plethora of adjustments. You can do your brightness, adjust up and down, left and right, rotation, indications, language. You can switch your backlights, and of course your legal licensing. Okay, just selects everything, go back to the menu, and then if you want the camera gone, you can go straight back to the glass. Overhead, we do have touch-sensitive overhead illumination. We've also got dome override and all that kind of stuff, overhead room lighting. We've also got our panorama sunroof controls here on the outside. This is our glass control, this is our shade control. Our SOS button, and 3-channel home link universal garage door opener. In addition, we also have nice large sun visors. They do open up to reveal vanity mirrors and illumination in the ceiling. Sun visors do swing out, and of course they slide out on extension rails. In addition, you have high adjustable seat belts, and of course dampened overhead assist handles. Alright, now let's take a look at the rear seat. Now this vehicle only has 2 rows of seats. And opening up the wide opening doors reveals a very nicely appointed rear seat. As you can see here, the rear doors are actually styled much in the same manner as the front doors. This black padded vinyl here, this light blue Alcantara with the accent stitching, satin silver door pulls. You do have this little trim piece here, but it is not illuminated in the back seat. Power window switch, more of that blue vinyl here. Molded matte pockets, door speaker, twin entry plate, so you have the e4ORCE and the illuminated Ariya back here as well. And taking a look at the rear seat does seat 3 across. It is a 60-40 split folding seat with high adjustable head restraints on all passenger seating areas. It is in the exact same blue color as the front seats. It also has that really nice stitching back here and perforations on the outboard seats. Back here you do have a fold down center armrest, no covered storage, but you do also have cup holders back here. Rear seat passengers are also treated to dampened overhead assist handles, rear lighting, coat hooks, a very nice cohesive interior, seat back mat pockets on the backs of both seats. You've also got positional air vents, USB Type A and Type C, and 3 position heated rear outboard seats. Now, folding the rear seats is actually very easy. Locating this lever here at the top, you just lift it, and the seat folds flat. Of course, we have our seatbelt through the seatbelt tether so it doesn't get pinched, and it allows a clean access to the rear cargo area. The rear seats, however, do not recline. Alright, there are several ways to take a look at the lift gate. To open the lift gate, one of the ways you can do is just by pressing this button here and the driver's side instrument panel here. Another way is as you approach the rear of the vehicle, underneath the S and the Nissan logo, there's actually just a membrane switch here. You can press that. That will lift up the lift gate. You can also press and hold the button on the key fob, or you can also just approach the vehicle and you can actually just kick underneath the bumper, and that will automatically lift the lift gate up. And taking a look inside, as you can see, a very nice load flat floor, decent amount of luggage area back here. It is illuminated, and of course with the addition of the 60/40 split folding seats, you can gain additional storage space. You've also got a privacy cover that is removable. You've also got a couple of storage wells back here on either side. Right now the owner's manual and the Nissan first aid kit is back here, as well as the front license plate bracket and some various other things. These are our premium floor mats back here, as I was talking about before. Move those out of the way temporarily, so we can take a look underneath the floor mats. Now over here we do have our charging cables and stuff like that. This is our subwoofer and amplifier for the Bose audio system. Over here is some storage here. I mean, I guess you could use it as storage, but it's not really. It looks like it was molded to hold tools and recovery kits and stuff like that. In lieu of a spare tire, though, we do have a tire inflator kit. As I said before, it's illuminated back here. You have some tie-down hooks back here as well. But yeah, there you go. That is the luggage area of the Nissan Ariya. Go ahead and put those mats back in here so they don't get lost. And to close the lift gate, you can just press this button here in the trim plate. Alright, and that does conclude our in-depth walk-around review of the 2023 Nissan Ariya. We hope you found the review informative, and if you did, please comment down below. Also, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/neighborhoodcarreviews and our Instagram channel at BrensoJ1. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.